Attracted like a moth to fire, you're drawn to the enormous bonfire in the woods. You can see the outline of an enormous hill giant with its light tan skin glowing from the firelight. Beside the sleeping giant is a food sack big enough to hold a person, overflowing with bread and meats. Your stomach growls as you haven't eaten for days, save for a rabbit that you trapped, so you decide to take a risk and retrieve some sustenance. You first quickly chow down on some breadcrumbs the size of your fist left by the giant, but gluttony gets the better of you, so you reach into the sack to retrieve some meat. You tenderly lay your hand in and a slimy wet pseudopod lashes out at you and burns your skin. You recoil in horror, covering your screams with your free hand. But alas, the hill giant rouses from his sleep and turns to see you, his next midnight snack. He may even share his spoils with the bag jelly. So this is how it ends, you think to yourself. Today I'm going to be talking about the first creature in Glory to the Giants bestiary, the bag jelly. First off, I want to talk about what Bigsby tells you. So bag jellies are medium-sized, olive-covered amorphous oozes. They're sometimes used by giants as a makeshift bludgeon. This repeated thrashing makes them resistant to bludgeoning damage. They also have an uncommon trait, which is that they're immune to exhaustion. This makes me think of a never-ending pursuit through a haunted house, as an ooze squeezes through 1-inch thick cracks in the walls. The bag jelly is CR1, making it stronger than a grey ooze, but weaker than a black pudding or a gelatinous cube. Like most oozes, it has a blind feat, out to 60 feet, and is completely blind beyond that. The creature is formidable in close range, with 2 5-foot range pseudopod attacks, dealing 2d6 plus 1 acid damage, plus grappling the creature. Not bad for a CR1. Not all giants want this symbiotic relationship, and so they try to keep their food bags scrupulously clean to avoid bag jellies. Also, the book gives 2 accounts of the origin of bag jellies. One is a dwarvish tale, wherein a dwarf named Durgrid Bladeforge was beaten to death while hiding in a giant's bag, so laid a curse upon all giants' food bags. The second tale is of giant origin, by the god dying Castra, who says that food left in a bag for too long eventually comes alive. I find no mention of Durgrid Bladeforge online, so I assume he was created for this book as a throwaway character. However, dying Castra is a giant demigoddess of wit, pleasure, and trickery. She's chaotic neutral in alignment, and her symbol is the journey rune. Thanks for listening. Today's video was short. It was on the bag jelly. Out of 20, what would I give the bag jelly? I would say its flavor is very evocative. It fills an interesting niche. You could imagine it being in real life. It could exist in real life. There's like an ecological need. It makes sense as a creature and as a trap to spray on your players. I think it's quite good. Although it is quite limited in its mental stats, in its roleplay potential. So for that reason, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 20. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.